He has a beautiful wife. But he is falsely accused by the Prime Minister of having a chaotic private life. The Prime Minister pressures his wife, who is also the Queen of the Great Yan Dynasty, to strip him of his prince title. And the Prime Minister wants the Queen to kill him. However, what the Prime Minister doesn't know is that the prince completely won the Queen's heart last night. At this moment, the Prime Minister's conspiracy has made Xiaoshan exceptionally excited. Seeing the prince being so thrilled even in the face of danger, Zhang Ling admires him greatly. Others want to kill him, yet he's still so happy. Upon hearing the Prime Minister's words, the Queen's anger erupted instantly. Someone dared to defame her husband like this. The life and death of her husband were absolutely not for others to decide. The Queen, upon hearing the Prime Minister's accusations, was furious. She released a surge of pressure. In an instant, the courtiers felt the immense pressure of a 9th rank cultivator. The courtiers were shocked. The Queen had reached the 9th rank at just 20 years old. She truly was a genius. However, the Prime Minister remained disdainful of this pressure. It seemed that he possessed formidable strength, unafraid of the pressure from a 9th rank cultivator. Then, the Prime Minister bowed to the Queen, congratulating her on her cultivation progress, and easily dispelled the Queen's pressure. The courtiers finally breathed a sigh of relief and congratulated the Queen on her breakthrough. Yet, the Queen was astonished. Despite her 9th rank cultivation, she couldn't gauge the Prime Minister's strength. Moreover, he effortlessly dispelled her pressure, indicating his own formidable power. Subsequently, the Prime Minister verbally attacked Xiaoshan, accusing him of having no cultivation, and using the Queen's name for personal gain. Furthermore, he claimed to have evidence that Xiaoshan had intimate relations with other girls. He also alleged that Xiaoshan had ulterior motives in his dealings with Zhang Yangming. The Prime Minister portrayed Xiaoshan as a pleasure-seeking individual, and argued that Xiaoshan had no value to the Great Yan Dynasty. Xiaoshan, upon hearing the Prime Minister's words, was so infuriated that he nearly burst into laughter. However, Zhang Lishuang, hearing these accusations, felt furious. The Prime Minister not only slandered the prince but also implicated her daughter. At this point, Zhang Yangming stood up to refute the Prime Minister's claims. He knew that everything Xiaoshan had done was for the sake of the people. The Prime Minister didn't even know that Xiaoshan had solved the issue of the refugees in the southern frontier. Furthermore, his daughter, Zhang Ling, followed Xiaoshan to improve her character and eliminate her arrogance. As for Lu Yan, she was here to protect the prince solely on the Queen's orders. One of this could imply that Xiaoshan was a morally corrupt person. Therefore, he believed the Prime Minister's viewpoint was entirely wrong. This brilliant rebuttal salvaged Xiaoshan's image at a critical moment, and he felt relieved. It seemed that Zhang Yangming had prepared his arguments to counter the Prime Minister's viewpoint well in advance. However, faced with such a sharp rebuttal, the Prime Minister still insisted that Zhang Yangming provide evidence. Zhang Yangming felt somewhat at a loss in the face of the Prime Minister's stubbornness. Seeing that Zhang Yangming couldn't produce concrete evidence, the Prime Minister began to accuse Zhang Yangming again. The Prime Minister claimed that Zhang Yangming intentionally fabricated lies and distorted the facts to defend Xiaoshan. At this point, Zhang Yangming had fallen into the Prime Minister's trap. He indeed had no substantial evidence and didn't know how to counter. Just then, Xiaoshan suddenly spoke up. Xiaoshan said that if the Prime Minister suspected him, then it should be the Prime Minister who presented evidence.